Hello and welcome to our introduction with live demo of HypnOs, a brand new product for VMware infrastructures. A well-organized shutdown throughout a prolonged power outage has always been a problem with virtual infrastructures. The tools provided by the manufacturers of UPS systems are still mainly focusing on a physical world. Even if they provide basic interfaces to a virtual infrastructure, they just trigger generic shutdown mechanisms within them. Therefore, all your VMs are going down in a random manner that does not reflect the needs of your data center. Just as an example, you definitely want your Exchange server to be switched off before the domain controller is starting its shutdown, as Exchange strongly relies on Active Directory. The same holds true for your SQL server that supports your SharePoint farm. HypnOs satisfies these requirements and does even more. I'll show you the basic functionality in a simple example. Let's assume you not only have one but two vSphere hosts, also known as ESX servers. These systems get their power supply through a UPS device, being able to handle some 20 to 30 minutes when the power line fails. Your virtual infrastructure consists of a domain controller, a SQL server, an Exchange server, a vCenter server. In addition, you run HypnOs on a system in your network. This can be any Windows system, either a server or client edition. The only requirement is that it must also be powered through a UPS. HypnOs talks directly without any further application layer to the UPS through SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. A protocol almost every UPS system is able to handle. It also talks not only to the vCenter server, but in addition directly to every vSphere host. This communication is done without the help of any helper appliances or software stacks. We directly communicate through the VMware API, which is fast and reliable. The main benefit is you will always get first-hand information from HypnOs via mail if the connection to one of these systems gets lost for whatever reason. These connections are mandatory to carry out a successful shutdown. As the communication is via LAN, your LAN switch or switches have also to be powered through the UPS system. As we love virtualization, HypnOs of course can also be a VM. It even detects that it is sitting inside a virtual machine and makes sure to shut down itself last. You don't want to kill the goose that lays the golden VMs. What is the process once a power failure strikes? First would be to receive an email. Now the battery starts to drain. Most power outages last only for a few seconds to minutes. However, if it lasts longer, you reach a point when you want to shut down your infrastructure to prevent data loss or inconsistency, once the battery fully discharges and your servers crash suddenly. A second notification is sent at the beginning of the shutdown process. Now HypnOs instructs every single VM to shut down itself through its normal operating system shutdown procedures. This is done in the sequence preset by you. For example, your SQL server will go down first, maybe because it's so important that you want to have it safe first. Next goes your Exchange server, of course, in advance to the domain controller it relies on. vCenter also relies on the domain controller, so it can retreat next. Now the domain controller can go down. Once all VMs are safe, the vSphere hosts themselves can be shut down. With them, the virtual HypnOs will be switched off. As it's done its job, we are fine with it. All is safe once a critical battery condition is met. What are the key features of our product? As already mentioned, we rely on just a single program layer. No Java, Perl, VMA appliance or batch scripting stands between your UPS and your hosts. Therefore, the interaction between HypnOs and your UPSs and your hosts is very robust. This leads to fail-proof operation. You'll always be the first to know if this communication is interrupted. The installation of HypnOs is ultra-fast and easy. The Windows program, with its intuitive graphical user's interface, is straightforward to use.